Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit the notification bell so you know when I go live and when I upload more videos like this one. Today, guys, we are talking about Raising Kanan, season 2, episode number 4, called Pay the Toll. All right. Now, I hope that some folks come in the building because this is an unscheduled live. I'm back from vacation, guys. I was not planning on going live tonight. Y'all know that normally for Raising Kanan, I go live at 8:05 p.m. on Sunday nights, but I've been missing you guys so much. I had to come and talk about it. All right. So whoever shows up, that'd be great. But if not, I'm just here and we're going to talk about it. You're going to catch it on the replay. All right. Now, last week's episode I didn't get to cover, season 3. So I'm just going to say really quickly how I felt about the episode. I thought it was pretty good. I do think that Rock trying to expand, what does she say? She's franchising and then she's going to other territories. So she wants to go over to Jersey. And her brothers were like, no, especially what's his name, Marvin. He was saying, we don't know the players over here, and Rock is like, oh, but we know the game. And it's just like, girl, what is going on with Rock where it seems like she's kind of I guess regressing a little bit. Like, before you saw in last season that she seemed to be very smart, and of course calculated. But now it seems that she's making very stupid decisions. And I think it's not really about her making stupid decisions. It's more of like her pride and too much confidence in herself, making her think that the things that she says is right. Like in this episode, she talks about, well, it's nobody's really a drug dealer. They're a problem solver. You know what I'm saying? It's like, girl, I don't know about all that. Like you still got to think like you can't go into other people's territory. So her brothers were right. And she just doesn't want to listen to anybody. And I'm pretty sure that that's going to be her downfall. Hey, LSW. Good morning. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be her downfall. So what else happened in last week's episode? Okay. So Unique was the one who stole all Rock's money and kidnapped Juliana and was trying to get her attention. Rock let him go. Okay, so Rock kills my man Scrap. Okay, they didn't follow up on any good reason behind this man getting killed. And then she tries to cover it up and tells Kanan that he committed S, which clearly he didn't. And Kanan was kind of scratching his head about that too. Like, I don't know about all that. Like he loves his eye, the whole thing about his eye and all that stuff. But, it was a whole hot mess. And honestly, Rock didn't seem to care. She's very cold and heartless. She didn't seem to care that this man that was working for her since he was 14 years old just lost his life. She didn't care. She was just smiling like, yeah, we about to expand, boys, like it was just nothing. I was just like, this lady is really a freaking trip. Okay. So in last week's episode, we also saw that Juke found her mom and she rolled up in the church on her, and her mother spotted her and Juke ran and the mom chased after her. So it was good to see that the mother is interested, and she recognized her, which was weird. Like I was like, maybe she's been keeping tabs and, because she hasn't seen her since she was a baby. So it's kind of weird that she noticed her, but that's, it's fine. I'm not saying that that's not possible. I'm just saying she knew what was going on. She knew that was her daughter. Okay. So then what else happened last week? Kanan found out that Detective Howard is his father. Well, Detective Howard told him that he's his dad, and he even let him know, listen, I know your mother, what she's going to do is she's going to say that I'm crazy. And that's exactly what Rock did. She told him that this guy's going to tell you some crazy stuff, and boom. And so he knew it, Detective Howard knew that that's how Rock was going to play it. And so he's right there. You know what I mean? Making the moves right along with her, the chess moves. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Damien. So, Kanan he's really taking this in. and he's starting to see that something is definitely off about his mother's story, about Def Con being his father. He is he's trying his best to piece things together, which is why in this episode he went to go see his uncle. Now I thought he was going to see Def Con. I didn't remember if Def Con died. I always thought he was in prison. I don't remember him dying. So whatever, he died. But while he was in prison, I was like, who the heck is this guy going hard? Okay. Going hard to keep Def Con's memory and lie alive, honey. And then we found out that that was his brother. And I'm like, no wonder this dude is being so loyal, trying to keep Def Con's memory alive, and that whole lie. And then talking about, oh, he used to be banging all the chicks. Okay, yeah, your brother wasn't banging no chicks. Okay. But we're gonna get to that. I'm not gonna say that much more about it. So what else? Crown hooks. I'm just recapping really, really quick, guys. Last week's episode. Crown hooks up Famous with an apartment because we know Famous got kicked out. What else? Marvin hears Juke singing on the radio because she went in the studio and she did her thing, and it was a really good song. And Marvin heard it and he was like, oh, she's really good, right? He was talking to his brother Lulu, and he was like, yeah, she been good. And then Marvin was saying, I really messed up, didn't I? And so Lulu was not, he wasn't gonna sugarcoat nothing. He was letting him know, yeah, you messed up, you know what I mean? So it kind of ruined his honesty. His blunt honesty kind of ruined a little heart to heart moment that Marvin was trying to have. And I think he realized that. I think Lulu realized that he probably should have, been a little light on him, but that was that, guys. So let me see what's the end. Oh, what I wanted to say about last week's episode is that I do not think, and I'm pretty sure everybody else doesn't think, that Lulu should have not Lulu, that Rock should have let Unique go. I mean, she can't take this guy's word for it. Last season, Lulu came to Unique and he asked him for his show. Can we be on peace? We're not going to do this. We don't want to have none of that going on tonight. Can we be on peace? Right. So he was like, yeah, we're going to be on peace. This is what Unique told Lulu that he was going to do. When Lulu left, Unique told Worrell that they're going to light that club up. Okay. They're going to light it up. So he basically went back on his word. Now, when we first meet Unique, he seems like a man of his word, but I think he learned that Rock doesn't play by the rules, so he stopped playing by the rules because her word is not her bond. So he was like, "Yeah, we gonna be on peace, but yeah, we're not." So he's definitely up to something. And that's pretty much all I have to say about last week's episode. Now let's get into this episode. Well, this is from last week's episode when Marvin was telling her that, we need to get a lay of the land. You know what I'm saying? We need to scope out this place, but she wasn't trying to hear it. All right. So now we get to this episode and we see Rock talking to Cartier, and she just wants to know how the heck he does all he does. How I know you from Fort Greene, you know what I'm saying? Fort Greene projects, how you all classy and you got all this stuff. She want to know how he on this high end life, and he's like, well, I so she puts it together, guys, that he's cleaning the money through the paintings that he's buying in this little gallery that he has. So she likes that. You know how Rock is. She talks to certain people and she gets ideas from them and she kind of flips it in her own little way. So we'll see what, where this goes with that. Okay. Now, we have the scene right here that I was talking about where he goes to visit his uncle. I forgot his name already, guys. Is it Vincent? I forgot his name already. But anyway, this is his uncle. So this is Kanan's uncle. His uncle, guys. Yeah, right. So he's like, listen, I can't do nothing for you. What do you want? And Kanan just wants to know, like, has my father talked about me? And his uncle's like, no, he didn't talk about you because you were so young, but you have his eyes, at your age. He was already in the game. He was doing this. He was doing that. He had all the girls, blah, blah, blah. It was just a very stupid and pointless conversation. It's like, you're in jail and you're in prison, and this is what you're going to tell your nephew. This is the advice that you have. And then when he was leaving, talking about oh, don't forget to put in some money on my books. Child, was ridiculous. And then he got mad loud about, yo, who told you he wasn't? Somebody said he wasn't your father? I'm like, this guy is too loud and ridiculous. And like I said, he was going hard trying to keep DEFCON's lie alive. All right. So then Kanan goes outside, and Marvin is the one who dropped him off, and he wants to know, like, was you satisfied? You know what I'm saying? And Kanan is like, look, I don't know what I know. You know what I mean? And Kanan and Marvin says, listen, this is what I know. You have a mother who loves you. Okay, do anything for you, and you have family. The people that are here right now, we got your back, so you don't really need to look any further. Of course, I'm paraphrasing. You don't need to look any further. We may not be perfect, but we got you. Okay. And that's all that matters. Hey, Sabrina. All right. So that was cool of Marvin, trying to let him know, like, I don't know what you're searching for. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times people don't seem to understand that when there's a missing parent, or, people want answers. And, that's that. All right. So speaking of missing parents, Juke actually goes and knocks on her mother's door this time. We saw last week she ran away, but this time she goes and knocks on the door. Her mother opens it. Her mother buzzes her in because she's like, who is there? And she actually says Laverne Thomas. So she lets her in, and she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's you. This and that. Come in. There was no hug, no nothing. That part was like, really? No hug? I don't. And then she's over here. So, oh, God is so great. He brought you back to me, this and that, but you didn't even hug her when you saw her. So it was just like, okay. But anyway. So now, Juke's main thing is, okay, why did you leave me? I just need to know. You left when I was very young. What's up with that? And her mother is like, okay, wow, you just get straight to the point. Okay, well, first of all, I was young and I did what kids do, and I was with a man that I wasn't sure about, and I ran away. Okay, I was afraid, and I figured I can go to Hollywood or LA and get rich and then come back and get you, she said. But then she was like, she got wrapped up in the wrong people and the wrong things. And next thing you know, 10 years passed. And she said she didn't feel like it would have really made sense to come back into her life and come get her, because she felt like it would be like hurting her all over again or something like that. Right. So once again, I apologize for my voice, guys. Sometimes when I take my medication, my asthma medication, it dries my voice out. So now she's just basically saying, her mom, she's just telling Juke that God brought you back into my life. So she was happy about that. And Juke is kind of just looking at her, so she's feeling her out. She doesn't really know what to think yet. But I will say this, that she didn't have anything bad to say about Marvin. I'm talking about Juke's mom. She didn't have anything bad to say about Marvin. She just said, how's Marvin? And she said, and Marvin's Marvin. That's what Juke says. And her mother says, yeah, Marvin's Marvin. So nothing bad to say about Marvin. I kind of feel like the one main person, and I keep saying this, and I hope that Juke learns this, is the one person that feeds that negativity to Juke about Marvin is Rock. Okay. And we kind of see that she did the same thing when it came to her mom in this episode. Like, Rock is very territorial. Hey, Virgin love. Y'all are tired tonight. Y'all just listening, honey. Hey, Kendall. Thank you for the super chat. Love and light, girl. Love and light. Appreciate you. You up late, honey. Yes. So this was, I was telling everybody that this was a unscheduled live. I really missed talking to you guys, so I had to jump on here because it was burning within me. I really couldn't sleep either, and I haven't slept since I came back. Okay. Yes, eyes are heavy. I know you guys are just listening to me. It's okay. Listen, it's all right. We'll just listen away. Okay, so where was I at? All right, so we have this scene here. This freaking guy. First of all, let's go over here. All right. So he gets into the building, and The parent, his mom is saying, go in the room, so I could talk to your uncles. And the place stinks. You see Rock is spraying the place up. Listen, we already knew that the body in the wall was going to start stinking. Did we not? We said this since last season. The body in the wall was going to start stinking. We knew that this was a very stupid decision for Marvin to make. And it's coming to pass. Like, what is he going to do? Is he going to like break the wall open and then remove the body? Like, you have to, because this is ridiculous. Okay. A lot of funk going on. Now, how long was Kanan in Virginia? I think that's where he was, right? Wherever he went, down south or something like that. How long was he there? Because this body is taking a long time to stink. And I think he was probably there for 3 months, maybe. Was he there for the summer? I don't remember. But wow, the body is coming through anyway, guys. So hopefully they take it out the wall, because listen, the fact that they showed us and reminded us in the recap that the body was in the wall really says something. And that's not good. All right. So going back, Kanan is all, listen, I knew that once this kid found this money, and I said, is he gonna take it? Of course he's gonna take it. What are you thinking, Miss K? He's going to take the money, because this kid always gets involved in something, and his mother is the one that has to clean up the mess or has to deal with the aftermath of his screw ups. Okay. Somebody, y'all heard what Marvin told Worrell. He said somebody's skimming, and when we find out who it is, we're going to have to do what we do. And are you kidding me? So here we go. Someone is going to die, probably, right? Behind this young man's, meddlesome behavior, as usual, per usual. I was just waiting, because honestly, he's been on chill. This is the 4th episode though, but he's really been on chill. But last week, in last week's episode, we did see him steal some product. So him and Fame could make a little money. It was a cool little scheme that he came up with, putting the product inside the tape cases and stuff like that. All right. But he knew he couldn't get away with that for too long. And now he's taking money. But Worrell went and did something that Unique and them normally do. Like, he puts a little on the side and all that. And Marvin was like, who told you to do that? You work for us. You're supposed to be doing what we tell you to do. Okay. So yeah, that's that, guys. But let me see. Hi, Naya. Oh, Naya says 3 months. Thank you. Okay. Kendall says, I feel like it's more to the story behind Kenya leaving Juke. Yeah. Yep. Leaving Jukebox behind. I think so too. Like, she says what she's saying, and I think that's part of it, like, basically like you're saying. But I feel like Rock is behind it too, because I just because she's so controlling and territorial. It's ridiculous. All right. So yeah, 3 months he's been down south in Virginia, wherever he went. And the body is just now funking the place up. Like, I don't know how that works, to be honest, but bodies decay quickly. So what is happening here? Why is the body just now stinking? We're going to leave that alone, honey. Okay, so in this scene right here, this is them back in the living room area while Kanan is in there stealing. Okay, and Rock is like, okay, what's going on? Because while what's the young boy's name? Oh my gosh, Kanan. While he was in there visiting his uncle in prison, I hate when I be forgetting these names, guys. Marvin was getting calls, and so was Lou, about a truck that got robbed by the Italians. All right, they basically don't want Rock coming onto their territory without paying the toll. Basically, that's what the episode is called, right? I need to get pieced off. Like, you can't just come out here doing business, which is what her brothers were telling her. Like, you got to find out who the players are out here. Okay. This is Lulu. He's trying to say maybe we should, sit back, lay low for a little while, and see how things are going and stuff before we continue to move on. And she's like, ain't nobody gonna tell me how to do and what to do. Not no Italians, and not you guys. And so she was really referring to these Italians. She was really talking a lot of food in this episode, okay? She's like, make a meeting with these pizza mother lovers and calling them noodle. I mean, she was really being very kind of racist a little bit. Anyway, so the brothers are looking at each other like this girl is freaking crazy. She done really lost her mind, okay? Yes, Kendall says that's why D-Wiz was murked behind Kanan being impulsive. Exactly. Naya says Rock want to control everything and everybody. So true. I think we will find out when Marvin finds out she is back and seeing their daughter. Yeah, I think so. All right, so guys, of course, like I said, and like I'm sure all of y'all knew, we cannot trust Unique. And I already said we can't trust Worrell either, right? So Unique comes to the store and Juliana does not appreciate that he's popping up anytime he wants. And she's very afraid. Okay, so, he's just like, oh, mommy, we got off the wrong foot. This and that is nothing personal. It's never personal. Thank you, Kendall, Uncle Vernon, because I keep on, like, I wanted to say Vincent and I'm like, I know that's wrong. So Uncle Vernon. All right, so he's like, we start off with the wrong foot, this and that. Just being, just antagonizing her, really. Let's just call it what it is, And so she was afraid, but listen, Juliana was looking because now Rock got somebody in there guarding the money, right? This person ain't giving a two craps about what's going on with Juliana. Juliana looking to him like, are you gonna help me? And that dude was not paying no mind because it's like, I'm not here for you, girl. I'm here to guard the money. You can get your brains blown out for all I care. I got to guard the money, okay? He didn't come to her aid or nothing. So that's a little crazy to me that he can just come up in the store and he's untouched, nothing happens, no consequences or anything like that. Okay. Yeah. So then also she goes to the window, Juliana, and she sees Unique walk over to Worrell, who's in a car. So you see that they're talking and they're clearly working together. All right. I don't know why Worrell would want to go back and work with Unique, but we'll see is he really working with Unique or is he setting Unique up? We don't know. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that he's really working with Unique or is he setting him up? Look, I wouldn't be surprised either way. You know what I'm saying? So now Kanan, he wants to know why his mother had him shoot that cop. He's like, I know you said it was to protect the family, this and that, but to me, the reasons that you gave is not good enough. Like, basically, I wouldn't shoot somebody for the reasons that you said. So, of course, Rock, she knows how to lie on cue, and she lets it be known that, listen, Detective Howard was gonna put you away for $120. And Kanan is like, he have no proof of that. And she's like, he's a cop. And the crazy thing is, she was like, he can lie. He can just say it and they'll believe it. Do you think though they brought up the Central Park 5 guys, which was something I actually enjoyed them doing that because this is that era. And she was like, do you think those boys in Central Park did that to that lady? No, but the cops said it and that's that. You know what I mean? So, there it is. But she just lied and said that Detective Howard wants to hurt me. So he know the best way to hurt me is to get to you and all of that. But she was really trying to figure out what does this have to do with DEF CON? But the whole point is this is Kanan showing Rock that she's on to him. And Rock needs to realize that her time of, trying to manipulate her son it seems like it's running out to me. I think she has a little more, but it's running out. Okay. Especially after he done met up with his dad at the end of the episode. Okay. Look at her face. She's like, what are you talking about? Okay. So Kendall says, I'm surprised Juliana didn't tell Joaquin about the robbery kid. Right. She keeps a lot of stuff from him, it seems. Sabrina says he is loyal to Unique. He needs to catch a bullet. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why he's loyal to Unique. Unique has nothing, but I'm going to talk a little bit about that because it looks like Unique is definitely down with the Italians. All right, so this is Marvin coming home to see Juke in her room. But she's coming because she came to get a few dresses out of her closet because she's going to go to church with her mom. And, she's looking around the room. She was very surprised. Marvin, he kind of hooked it up. He got it painted and, all this stuff. And he was saying, the room looks good, right? You like it? I felt like, the color is you. And he got some stuff on the wall. And y'all can see that he put a lot of music stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to cater to the things that she likes. And, so there's stuff that was wrapped up like little bows. And I was like, oh, he's trying, guys. There's a lot of people that still don't like Marvin and feel like he's trash for what he did to Juke last season. He's really trying to make up for it. He misses his daughter and he wants to work things out and fix it. But Juke, she wasn't trying to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And you can look, one thing I'll say is she looked like she was a little bit moved by it, but then she was like, man, what up? I'm out of here. And that was that. So I did feel bad for Marvin. So now we have the meeting with the pizza guys. No, let me stop. That's not nice. I love Italians. It's Rock's fault. All right. It's Rock's fault. LSW says Marvin is trying to change. And Naya says, I felt bad for Marvin. Yeah, me too. So listen, this lady coming up in here, she got 3 dudes. What? Not even 3. It's 3 of them. Okay. 3 of them. And she's going to meet with Mr. What's his name? Bersetti. I had his name. I forgot it. I think it was Bersetti, whatever. So Lulu tries to apologize, you know what I'm saying, for stepping on their toes and not respecting the game and coming in there and talking to them and stuff. And Rock was like, we ain't sorry for nothing, you know what I'm saying? And Bersetti is like, and I hope I'm saying his name right, he's like, look, I could kill y'all right now, like I should just lay y'all all out because I got the right to, because you coming up in here just think you're gonna be on my territory and that's it. You're gonna do what you want. You think I'm not gonna get a piece of the pie. So he's basically letting her know, when you do business over here, I get a cut. And she's like, you don't even be down at the projects. Like, what are you talking about? And he was like, that's the beauty of me, I'm everywhere. Even when I'm not there, whatever stupidness. And his little cohorts in the back laughing like, sounding so stupid. Anyway, so Rock, he hands one of his dudes hands Lulu a card. This is how you do business from now on. You contact that number for the next transaction and whatever. And she said, okay, offer, what she said, offer acknowledged or something like that. I don't remember the exact word, but then she said, and it's rejected. So she's like, I don't care what you have to say. First of all, he was very rude when he came out. Oh, so you're the little broad starting all this trouble and all that. And then going to talk about Dusty. Either he called her Dusky or Dusty. I'm just like, wow, he is being very disrespectful and very rude. But like I said, they're there with just the 3 of them. Okay. Just the 3 of them. And it's like, what, 9 or 10 of the Italians. So it was just a little, a little scary. But, Marvin said he ain't scared of nothing. Nobody's scared. And Rock is definitely not scared, but she's acting really stupid. And so when they leave them, well, first of all, Bersetti was like, I like her, like, I don't know what to think about her, but I think I like her, she's got bulls, that one. Anyway, so this is Marvin telling Rock that she's way in over her head. Okay. Like any other thing. Listen, it kind of reminded me of last season when Scrap was telling her that he's normally down for everything, but the whole shooting the cop situation, he said, this is some other stuff, and you don't want me getting caught in this car. I need to go clean this out and all of this stuff. So it kind of reminded me of that. And Lulu is sitting here, he's standing there telling her that the mob is some other stuff. Like, this is a different level, and she does not care. And she's over here saying, first of all, don't ever speak for me. Okay, that's number 1. Don't speak for me and don't question me. You know what I'm saying? You didn't question old Noodle. You over there trying to what she said, you over there apologizing to Mr. Noodle or whatever the heck she called him. She definitely called him a noodle, okay? You over there apologizing to him, and then you gonna question me. And how you gonna tell me anything about the business when you don't even be around? Like, you're not even involved in the business. And she said, this is a team situation. You know, if you want to go solo, you need to play tennis or sign up for some tennis or something like that. And you know, all she had to do, one thing I don't like with Rock, and please guys pay attention, because I know that a lot of you are paying attention. Look what she does with her brothers. She pins them against each other. Okay. Now, last season, whenever it was Marvin on the outs, you know, kind of like the lone wolf or whatever, and they were just kind of double teaming and everything, she would always say something to Lulu, like, you see what he doing? He always screwing up, always doing this, always doing that and everything, right? And then, you know, she'll say something to Lulu and he'd be like, I don't know, I can't call this. You know what I'm saying? Adding his little 2 cents in, right? Now that Lulu is kind of taking the back seat and he's dropping the ball a lot. He's not where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to be there. And she's calling him out on it and it's pissing her off. So she's always bringing Marvin in it now and saying, well, you know, he seems like he's scared. He sounds like he's scared. What about you, Marvin? And Marvin, you know, has to feed into it. Like, Marvin, you knew, and y'all know I love Marvin, but I don't care. Whenever I feel like I gotta call somebody out, I'm gonna call somebody out. Marvin knew how this felt, and I don't appreciate him not speaking up, because in last week's episode, he said that this was not the best idea. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he was like, oh, I ain't scared of nothing. You know what I mean? So Lulu was looking at him like, really, bro? Like, for real? You know, so so this is when Lulu is telling him, like, yo, I don't even know why you acting like that. You know that this is crazy and you agree with me, but you just don't have the heart to tell her, you know. And of course, Marvin has to come back with his little stupid comment about him being in the studio all the time, making him deaf and dumb and all of this. And I don't understand Marvin's little switch up here. It does irk me a bit. Okay. Now, the brothers need to come together and unite against their sister. That's what I think, because she is out of control. Okay. So let me see what scene this is. Okay, so this is a scene where Rock is going to Juke and she's asking where Kanan is. Juke says, oh, Kanan got a place because of Crown. He hooked him up with I'm sorry, not Kanan. Famous got a place that Crown hooked him up with, okay? And that's where he is, and I'm about to go over there or whatever. And so she was like, okay. And then while Rock was walking away, Juke says with a smile, like, I saw my mom today, like she was excited about it, and Rock was not happy at all. Like, oh, so she was like, oh, she's in New York, because she was like, she came to Rock was like, she came looking for you. And Juke was like, no, like I went after her, I sought after her. And she was like, so she was in New York all this time and she didn't reach out to you or nothing like that. So you see that right there, guys, putting that negative bug in her ear. Rock. So then what does Rock do right after this? She uses her manipulation to show, look, I'm the mother that's been around. I'm your mother. Screw her. What the heck you talking about? You want me to make you something to eat? You want something to eat? And Juke was like, no. So that was her little manipulation tactic right there, to show her, like, listen, this lady been in New York all this time and didn't even try to find you. And now, you know what I'm saying? Like, how she just going to try to pop up? And so let me make you something to eat real quick, because I'm the only mother that you ever had. And so that made Juke look like, oh gosh, you know, like, okay, well, I kind of feel stupid because I was getting all excited that I saw my mom, and here goes Auntie Rock, and she's like shutting it down, like, this is not a good idea. Your mother's trash, you know. Yes, thank you, Kendall. Don't forget to hit the like button, please, guys. LSW says you can blame Marvin's counselor for the breathing techniques. Oh, yes. Last week. Yes, I forgot. I meant to talk about the breathing technique that he did. I was very proud of him. So I did say before that I didn't think that he had anger issues, but I guess they're really trying to push that this season. whatever, if that's what they want to sell, that's fine. And but uh he did hold it down, and he let the man on the elevator, and the dude was still talking trash as he was on the elevator. I'm like, this guy is something else. And Marvin just let my man on the elevator. Watch out, y'all. Let him on the elevator. And then he was proud of himself. That's the part that I really like. Like he was proud that he didn't, throw the man out the daggone chair, which was nice. Jukebox probably don't trust Rock either. Yeah, I think this situation, Kendall, is going to open Juke's eyes to who her aunt really is. I know they're close, and she's been very sweet to her. I mean, and Rock's been very sweet to her, been there for her and everything, and she always compliments her and all this stuff. But I think she's definitely going to see who her aunt really is, and the monster that lady could be. Hey, Savannah. Worrell and Unique is the snitch. Yep. So Sabrina says it's something about that mom. She asks about Marvin, but not Rock. Yeah. Yep. Because Marvin had nothing to do with it. Remember, I don't think Marvin had anything to do with it, because as far as he knows, she left him for some a basketball team, a basketball player, and then the rest of the team. That's what Lulu said. And that's why him and Lulu started fighting in the street, in front of the house. Okay. So now in this scene right here, this is when Juliana is like, listen, this dude, Unique, he comes up in my store and he comes and goes as he please. After what he did to me, after what he did to you, I thought you were strong. This is weakness. And Rock is like, this is just the game. Let him play at it and don't worry about it. So Juliana was like, I don't play your game. And Rock just was like, girl, put her shades on, like, I do not have time for the small fries, honey. I got to go. She did not give two. It's like, I'm not about to sit here and argue with Juliana, okay? I'm out of here. So she walks away and leaves Juliana there. Now, one thing that irked me about this part right here is that I don't understand why Juliana didn't tell Rock that she looked out the window, and out the door, and she saw Unique talking to Worrell. Like, this is the same dude. Like, can y'all correct me if I'm wrong? So last week, Worrell had to be there at the meeting, right? When they went to go see Unique, and they went to go get Juliana back and all the money and stuff like that. Wasn't Worrell there? Can y'all please remind me? Wasn't Worrell there? Oh, thank you, Kendall. Became a new member. Thank you, honey. So, and please, Kendall, can you please give me some suggestions of, what you would like? There are the member perks, as you can see, but I've been asking what exactly you guys want. I haven't been really getting any responses. So just let me know so that I can, make sure I deliver for you. Okay. Sabrina says she needs to stop watching that TV. Rock be hard-headed. Yeah, she's hard-headed. But guys, if no one remembers, I think that Worrell was there at that meeting. So my thing is, why the heck didn't she say anything? Why didn't? And I really thought that Juliana was going to say, and she was there. The boy that was with you was there. The guy that was there with you, he was talking to him. Anyway, didn't see it. Okay, LSW confirms she didn't say anything. Right. Okay, Savannah says first guy gets jacked and Worrell gets jacked. Something isn't adding up. Yeah, because okay, so here's the next episode. So the next scene is Unique on the phone, right? And he's saying, because remember they stopped using the trucks. So they said we're gonna switch up to the short buses now. I think Marvin said that. So now this dude is on the phone with somebody. We're talking about Unique. He's on the phone with somebody, and he's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be short buses this time." So he's clearly, it seems like, right? Who else is he talking to? The Italians. Because then the next thing you know, and he said, "Oh, and my man's leave him alone because he's with me. Don't do nothing to him." So clearly he's talking about Worrell. And so Worrell, he escapes free. He gets off of the the Italians jack him. And he gets off of the short bus safely after Marvin and him put the product in the seats and everything like that. And so it's like, oh shoot. So my thing is, if um Unique is working with the mob, the mafia, where was the connection from? So we also discussed that the dude that he helped in prison might have been a connection, or his connection to the mob. So maybe that's it as well. I don't know, but yes, Unique definitely was working this whole thing out. And I don't know what the heck is going on with Warrell, but he looks a little weird this season to me. I don't know. I'm not trying to disrespect the actor, but he looks different. I don't know what the heck it is, but there's something different about him. But I think he's gonna get killed if he doesn't get his situation together and pick a side. He's out of here. All right. But he probably thinks that he's gonna win. He's on the winning side if he goes with Unique and the mob, because you don't mess with the mob. You know what I mean? Come on, like, this is what Lulu was trying to say, though. You don't mess with the mob. Seriously, though, like, Rock is not, her and her crew is not that deep to be messing with the mob. You don't want to do that, okay? So stop it. But she also has Cartier. Listen, we don't know the connections that Cartier has. Hopefully he comes in and he got some connections of his own. Maybe he got some black mafia stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? But that Italian mob, it hit different though. It's different, guys. All right. So let's see. Rock didn't like Lulu speaking for her at the meeting. Nope. Kendall says, yeah, Warrell was there with his hands still up in the air because Marvin had the gun on him when he walked the meeting. Right. And yet Juliana didn't say anything. And it's like, this was your perfect opportunity, Juliana. Like, you really wanted Rock to show strength. Why didn't you spill all the beans? Like, what the heck is going on here? So LSW says there are 2 snitches. Yes. Lulu will pop him. Yeah, it's about that time, Savannah. It's about that time. LSW says he's playing 2 sides. It's definitely about that time. Yeah, hopefully she will not date him, but you see that she's definitely learning something from him. That's what she does. She learns from these men and she applies it to the game the way she sees fit. All right, so I'm just waiting for her to show us how she's going to go ahead and clean her money. Okay, because she's sitting, like she said, she's sitting on cash and the rats are eating it. All right, so now we do, after this, he makes it out clean. And then we have, I guess he must have called Marvin, because Marvin is like, what? They took the truck? So it was already a problem. And we already know that before this happened, he came up short, talking about Warrell. He came up short and Marvin was like, something got to give. You need to remember that you work for us and we have to find out who did this. When we do, it's going down. We're going to handle it like we always do. Okay. How soon Juliana forgets who popped her husband when she was getting beat on. Exactly. What she talking about? Weak. Don't even go there. That's how people are though, Savannah. Don't they forget so quick? So quickly. Oh my gosh. I mean, we even saw, was that last week? No, the episode number 2, where Unique's the mother of his child, his girlfriend, her mom was getting on him. Oh, you're in my house. You're just eating my food. You're this and that there. And he's like, I remember you complaining about any of that when I was paying your rent and I was, sending you and your church friends on bus rides, so people just forget so quickly. You are so right about that. So Kendall says, I'm glad Symphony decided to walk away before he. Yes, we're going to talk about that. Thank you. Hey, Miss Smith. I feel bad for Marvin too. He is trying. Marv is funnier this season. It's noticeable this episode. And last, Lulu is right. Rock crew not deep enough. Not enough. She needs to listen to Lou. Yeah, she needs to listen to Lou. She needs to listen to Marvin. I mean, she is just, she doesn't want to hear anybody out. Okay. Sabrina says that Lulu is going to put 2 and 2 together. Okay, so this is Kendall. Here we are. This is the scene with Symphony. And look, I was so happy because Symphony is weak for this lady. Weak. He even tried to stop her when she was like, let me show you okay, so first of all, let me stop. Let me stop, pump my brakes. So in this scene, guys, she's trying to close on the house. Okay. Now she's over here making the plans. Like, this is the dining room. We're going to have the family dinners and all of this stuff. All right. And so she says, I'm going to take you upstairs. Like, what do you think I should do? I'm thinking of putting some carpet and all. Oh, I like the carpet. Like, I like my men thick and all that. So he starts laughing, she threw on that little charm and it made him laugh and everything. And I do feel bad for Symphony because we know that he loves him some Rock, right? But she just ain't ready. She just, right? Exactly. Sprung, honey. So when she's like, okay, let's go upstairs, he stopped her. He wants to go upstairs, but he had to stop her. He trying to wrap his arm around her a little bit, like, and then he turns her around. And I think she turns around and then he's like, well, I need to know. I said before I didn't want to know what happened that night, but I want to know what happened. So she's just like, I was just protecting my son. The cops was wilding that night. That's it. She ain't going to say much. All right. So so she's like, okay, so now, take my hand. I'm about to go show you that tour upstairs. I'm like, so what they going to do? They're going to get it on upstairs on the floor? Like, I know there ain't no beds up in there. But anyway, so they go upstairs and they come back down. And then he's telling her, he said, I need you to stop calling me. Like, just leave me alone. I remember when you said that I was a vacation for you and I never wanted to be your vacation. I wanted to be your home. He says this with like tears in his eyes. And I'm just like, oh, like, his eyes are welling up a little bit. The tears didn't fall, but swelling up. And, she's like, you're a man, big man, at that grown man, ain't nobody stopping you, keeping you here, whatever. And that was just that. And I always been saying, run, 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 because he has a serious weakness for her. And that's just what happens when you love someone, So he made the right choice. I hope he sticks to it. Please, please, please stick to it. All right. Because it's not going to be great if, he goes back to her. All right. So Air Maxwell High says Juliana just scared. Meek keeps popping up. Yes. Let me see. Rock keeps lying. Hey, D Morris. Rock keep lying to everyone. Right. And Savannah says we all have someone that we have a soft spot for. Exactly. So Symphony can't say no to her, and hopefully she don't make him lose his life. Yeah, like, get out of here. Get out of here. So he leaves, and that's that. And then, later on, so first I didn't get the screenshot for this, but Juke tells Kanan that she wants to, she's going to church with her mom, and she's still trying to fill her out. And she said that though it was something weird that when she looked in her mom's eyes, it's like, it was just like this, this familiarity, like as if she was looking at herself in a screwed up way or something like that, right? And I knew that once she said this was going to make Kanan want to go see Detective Howard. And it's gonna, that whole looking in the eyes thing, you know what I'm saying? So I just had that feeling. So I definitely wasn't surprised when he went to go see him. And he didn't even call and say, hey, Pops. No, I'm just joking. You're not gonna say Pops, but like, hey, I'm on the way. Because Detective Howard was looking at him like, what you doing here? He looked mad, but at the same time, he was like, and I know he wasn't mad. It's just, he just looks, I don't know why the heck he looks like that, guys. He just does. But anyway, so he was like, all right, come on in. And look, when he told Rock where he was going, like he said he was going to go to Famous's place, she just, like, she had this feeling like she knows her son, and she decided to follow him. And there she go, just watching the kid. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, here we go with this. Like, what are you going to do? If he starts talking to Detective Howard and this is what he wants to do when he gets closer to him, leave it alone. If Kanan accepts that this is his father and he also doesn't mind keeping it a secret, why do you care? Why are you bothering him? Leave it alone. So, the fact that we have grown Kanan narrating that you got somebody like her who wants to, basically keep the past in the past and stuff like that. And then you got people that want to move forward or, whatever he was saying. He's saying like, who's going to win this? You know what I'm saying? I don't know why y'all asking me, Who's gonna win this? Yeah, we asking you. We didn't really freaking ask you. You know what I'm saying? But you know we want to know, and you do have the answer, right? Shoot, you lived past all of these folks. I mean, I wonder if Detective Howard is still alive, and if Rock will eventually kill him, because the fact that he knows that this is his dad now, and we never heard Kanan mention his father or anything like that. And I'm talking about in Power. At least I don't remember that. That's kind of strange. And he probably wouldn't mention him. Look, he probably wouldn't mention him because his father is a cop. It's something that they don't want to get out. And that was that. So he probably knew enough that I'm just going to leave it alone. And I think that Detective Howard, like his little prostitute friend, was telling him, you need to be there for him. You can't be talking about it and saying, oh, I'm your father and all that, and then you don't do nothing. You got to show up and be there for him and show him. You know what I'm saying? It's actions, and I think he's gonna take a lot of the things that she's saying, this little hooker friend of his, a lot of things that she's saying, seems like, because she has a son that's around Kanan's age, it seems like he's taken that advice because this is new for him also, and he really wants to be in Kanan's life. So I just see him trying to be there for him. I don't know how this is going to go, but I am so interested, guys. So interested. So Savannah says Rock was heartbroken. She feels like she's losing Kanan and Jukebox. Do you think she's heartbroken? She could be, but I just feel like she's too controlling to be heartbroken. Like she's like obsessive in a way. Like she don't obsess over them, but her controlling them and being territorial doesn't make her end up heartbroken. I feel like it makes her possibly get ready to do something crazy, and try to control the situation, manipulate them and everything. I think that's more of what's probably going to go on. I don't know, but strange to me, honey, strange. Savannah says Rock could have told Kanan the truth. She could have spent it like she was younger and he took advantage of it. Yeah, true that too. D. Morris says, I think this could be the beginning of the end of Rock. She's slowly losing everyone around her. The family isn't what it was last season. Right. But it's so soon, though. I don't want there to be a demise already, because she's really somebody that's, I enjoy watching her. So, as much as she can get on my nerves, but I enjoy watching, and I want to see how she's going to deal with this mafia situation. I really freaking do. Another thing, speaking of, I don't even know why I'm saying speaking of mafia, but Unique is obviously dealing with them. Okay, that's what it looks like. Okay, but yes, Kendall, Rock does not want her past to come out at all. Okay, and neither does Uncle Vernon. Neither does Uncle Vernon. Is trying to protect his brother to the end. Okay, to the death. So Detective Burke comes to see Unique at the tailor shop. I'm like, what was the whole point of that? You know what I'm saying? He was like looking at her like, I know you came, with something, like you're offering something, but it was just ridiculous. Like she's like, I'm watching you. And I did say, I believe on Lamont's channel, I said, once they start showing her family members, we need to probably get ready for her to die. Now, I'm not saying she's gonna die this season, guys, but the way she's being so freaking nosy, I already know she's gonna go. Probably be too soon to be this season, but they started to show her family already. So I'm like, oh my gosh. But you know what? It's okay if they showed her dad. They showed him what in last season, and I mean last episode, and he was even telling her, like, you need to fall back on all that distrusting your partner, like what the heck is, that we don't do that. But she doesn't want to listen. And I think even her ex, like it was her ex-lover or something like that. Maybe she used to work with her too. And she was telling Burke, like, Detective Howard is weird. Like, that's just how he is, He's a very difficult person. So nothing more to it than that. So she's getting all these warnings to just basically back the freak off. And you already know that once you see stuff like that happening, Person is gone. But like I said, I'm not sure if they're gonna get rid of her that quick. But if she keeps on digging, and Detective Howard already told Kanan that he would do anything for him, he's protecting him, he'll die for him. Listen, do not play with his son, all right? Because he probably will set her up to get killed. It would be so crazy if it winds up being Detective Howard that kills Detective Burke. Hey, Brillo. Brilsy Brills. Savannah says she's doing too much. I'm sorry, but I hate Karens like that. Yes, turn the water off. It's time to turn the water off. You know, her father's even trying to school her and tell her, like, don't do all that. But she's not listening. And it was just such a waste, though. Like, what do you think you're doing? I mean, I'm watching you. I got my eye on you. She already knows that Unique didn't shoot Detective Howard. So why are you going up in there bothering him, talking about somebody got my eye on you? And he's like, I got my eye on you, you know? Like, made no sense at all, guys. All right. So anyway, that was the episode pretty much. I don't know if there was anything that I missed, but that's pretty much that, guys. Tamika, hey, Tamika says exactly, they're all trifling. So next week we're gonna be seeing, I'm kind of excited for that episode. When I saw the trailer, I was like, ooh, because it looks like they're in a different, like they're off to, the white land. I hate to say it like that, but it looks like they're off to some kind of camp. Doesn't it look like some kind of camp or something like that, where he's over there and he's messing with a white girl, and she's saying, well, didn't I tell you, don't mess with no white girls, they will get you killed and stuff like that. So I don't know where the heck they wind up going, but Rock got her little ponytail back, look like they over there going camping and stuff, and they look like they're burying a body. So is it the body in the wall that they're getting rid of, or who do you think they killed that they got to get rid of the body, guys? And Savannah's crown is going to get popped. Yes, he is. And we already saw that Crown got yoked up a little bit did he get yoked up, or I know that Lulu smacked the cereal out of his hand. And also last week's episode, Crown tried to go behind Lulu's back. Not tried. He did go behind Lulu's back. And he tried to make a deal with Rock. So this is just not good. This is totally messy. And he's just dying, literally dying for a bullet. You know what I'm saying? So, Kendall says, did you talk about the neighbors? The mom was feeling Kanan just as well. No, I didn't talk about that. Yeah, so Kanan has a new little boo. And listen, the mother, she over here talking about, Mom, thank you for bringing that up, Kendall. Mom, can I stay here for a little while? They come over to introduce themselves. Y'all might want to keep it down because, the neighbors will call the cops, or we can call the cops, whatever they said. Basically, they talked about cops being involved. And the little girl is just, looking at Kanan like, can I stay and all that? And the mother's like, I guess so. Looking in there, watching all of the kids. There's no no supervising going on at all. No parental supervision. And she's like, go ahead, girl. So she is in there. Her daughter's in there. And she already grinding on Kanan, kissing him and all that. Kissing him first, then gonna ask if he has a girlfriend. And then like, well, you got one now, or he said I'm Dolo, and she was like, not no more. Got on top of him, they all kissing and all of that stuff. Also, Juke didn't appreciate, I don't think they showed it, but she didn't appreciate that not Crown, Famous was pushing up on her a little bit too much this time. Famous really been getting out of character a lot now because he's on drugs. Like, I know they keep saying it's just weed, but I know some of you have speculated that it's laced, because he has been like really off his rocker. You know what I mean? Hey, Greta. So the mother, now we've seen the mother. She's from Sisters. Y'all know, many of y'all know that when Tyler Perry's The Oval comes out, I do the Oval, but I haven't done Sisters. I haven't watched it, but I know she's from Sisters. And he over here thought that that was his little girlfriend's sister. And she's like, I'm the mother. And the way they was looking at each other and the way she was looking at him, I said, let me find out. And then they showed, right after that, they showed Detective Howard, his little whore riding him. So I almost thought that that was Kanan getting rode by the mom that quick. I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? So maybe in a way that was kind of like a little play foreshadowing, you know what I'm saying? That they showing Kanan watching the mother walk down the hall, and then they go jump to that scene. Unbelievable. Yes, Kendall, they was playing I'll Be Sure. I can tell you how and remember I was singing I think when I was with Moochie, me and her were I don't know, was it Moochie and probably I forgot. Oh, we were on Lamont's channel. I was singing that song. And they played it. I was like, oh, this is so cute. And then Crown walked in the door. I was like, ain't that something? They playing his daddy's song. And I think he actually did that song over too a few years ago. Quincy, he did that song over a few years ago. Let's see. Did you guys notice? Sabrina says, did you guys notice they played I'll Be Sure? Yeah, yep, that's what we're talking about now. It was very cute and actually surprising because it's the 90s, so I wasn't expecting them to play. I think that song was from the 80s, if I'm remembering correctly. But it doesn't matter. Of course, you play whatever, it's not a big deal, but Savannah said Quincy can't sing. Yeah, I didn't want to say anything. I'm not saying he can't sing, but his father's version was better, but that's that. How his friend look better with her bra on in her love seat? Yeah, she needs to keep that bra on. But what's going on with Detective Howard? Because he's not in the mood, and I don't understand why he's paying this lady. It's almost like he's paying her just for the companionship, Then let's just talk then. Like, why are we wasting our time doing this, doing the nasty, if all you want to, if you just want to talk? I'm pretty sure she won't mind just making that bread quick, nice and easy, because he wasn't getting anything off. He just seems like he's not in the mood at all. And that was just that. Okay, so anyway, guys, but I'm gonna conclude. I really appreciate you guys coming out. It is 3:49 in the morning. I missed you guys so much. I had to jump on here, and I'm going to see you guys later on when we go live again with my crew, and we're going to talk. So don't worry. We're coming back tonight at 8:05. And also, I'm trying to figure out, do I want to go at midnight for the Shy? So you might see me 3 times in one day. Well, actually, midnight is not. Technically, it's not, but you know what I'm saying. But I definitely got to get some rest. And, I appreciate you guys being here with me. I will see you in the next video. You guys take care and be blessed. Greta, Kendall, LSW, Savannah. Let me see who else I didn't shout out. Tamika's Den. Brillo, if you're still in the building, everybody, Miss Smith, Sabrina, Air Maxwell, thank you guys so much. And we will talk. And I was a little scared about the Shy, guys. I really was. And they're trying to pull my baby back in. My little guy, what's his name? Bakari. So I definitely want to talk to you guys about that. And I'll see you later. Take care and be blessed. Bye-bye.